we go thrift shopping.
Chris, Thrift Shop Hustler here. Got a phone call, got a tip on a huge lot of Legos for super cheap and some stuff. So we're actually going to go and check it out. So let's go. Popped up in this huge bag of Legos. I want to say it's probably like 50 pounds. It's like super, super heavy. And they look like they're pretty good because they had like minifigures on the top and just they look like pretty much like, you know, in pretty good condition. I have to sort those. Still going through all the 1200 DVDs. That's a whole project in itself. And then what I popped on was I got this PSP. This is a 2001 version. This is the Slim. Got this for $5. I need to get a battery for it and a charger to test that. Season ticket holder exclusive, some cards. This was actually a pretty cool little Dodger thing. This Dodger set of cards was from the 70s, and inside it was like 20 little player picture cards. They were kind of like these kind of 7x5s, and that was from the 70s. And I got a script signed by Ed Asner for Lou Grant and Jack Bannon, and all this was $30. That was a pretty good pickup. As far as the Legos, I'll sort them and let you guys know what's up. So after sorting them all out, I realized that there was pretty much just 15 pounds once I packed it all up and weighed it. The minifigs actually was a pretty good amount of them. There was a lot of things that are kind of taken apart and a lot of accessories that I have to figure out what goes what, but this is like the real money right here is the minifigures, so we'll have to go through all that stuff on another day. But yeah, that was all the sorting and throwing away all the junk and everything. Pretty good lot. So hey guys, we're going to break this down a little bit. So what I did is I kind of separated the Legos into main core Legos and then the minifigures. And what the minifigures are, they're the little figures, and I separated like all the weapons and accessories, and then separated that from the bulk of just like the regular blocks. And anyone who's familiar with Legos understands exactly what I'm talking about. So I broke this up into I want to say like 3 different kind of lots. I found out that these little owls were selling for a pretty good amount of money, so I took out some of the Harry Potter stuff. This sold for 17 in under 24 hours, so I just want to show you guys that real quick and show you that the Dodger thing sold. I took a best offer for $10 on that, and the cards also sold for 15 as I took a best offer on that. So pretty much made my money back already on just those things. So like the whole thing cost $30 for that 15 bag of Legos once they were sorted, and then the stuff that you guys just saw, everything was $30, so it was a good deal. And how I listed it up is I took all the Legos, I took all the junk out, all the lint, I took out all the broken pieces, and everything that was clean, I pretty much separated and put them into bags. Weighed them up, it was about 15 pounds, and I'm selling it as a lot of pounds. You guys can sell Legos in this kind of fashion. The poundage does better when you like leave in the minifigures, because the minifigures are pretty much everything. But I put a best offer or a buy it now for $69.99 with $29.99 shipping. This will go UPS since it's a little bit heavier, and I'll do a sale on this eventually if it doesn't sell right away. I have 2 watchers, and we'll see how, you know, if someone picks this up. I did research to see like, you know, how much 15 pounds was going around, and it was going around this price, between like $80 and $100. Depending on stuff. This had a lot of Star Wars and Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings stuff in it, so this was definitely a better than you know, Legos from the 80s. Also, so basically I try to like put them all together, because a lot of these minifigures were all in pieces, and 2 hours into it, I kid you not, literally 2 hours into trying to like figure out what goes with what, oh my god, it was a nightmare. It was fun though, like, plus, trust me, I'd rather be doing this than digging ditches or something. This was actually kind of fun trying to put this together. It was a little crazy, but into hour two, I was like, forget it. There's like no way that, because like once I figured out that I was missing pieces, I was like, forget it. Like I put together some of the stormtroopers and everything, and I lotted this together. I was trying to get $199 for it. I mean, because there's like literally so many weapons and heads and just parts for like accessories. There was like torsos and feet and a lot of stuff that could, like, someone who's like sells Legos for a living would definitely benefit from this lot. So I'm gonna do the high low on this. I'm gonna go 199 and then pretty much drop the price down. I'll probably drop the price down maybe by the end of the weekend if I don't get any bites. There's no watchers or anything, so there's not really too much of interest in this yet. But I'll drop the price probably starting the end of the week, and then next week I'll try to see if I can move it a little faster. So that is how I pretty much package this whole thing together, off of a pretty much like a $20 investment. For the Legos is pretty good deal. So if you guys are out there and about looking for Legos and things like that, this is kind of how I kind of structure my Legos. And it took a lot of time. It literally took me like 2 or 3 hours to sort everything. So there is time involved with this. It's not like I got a bag of Legos for $20 and I flipped it for 200 or whatever. I had actually to put in the work to separate everything and then try to put things together. And so just remember that going through Legos is a pretty crazy process because I had to separate all the junk. There was like a few pounds of like just trash and broken Legos, but they were pretty good condition. So I was happy about that. I probably wouldn't have bought the lot if I looked in the bag and I saw that the Legos were from the 80s and just totally chewed up and messed up. And B, I saw a lot of minifigures in that thing, so I was just like, $20 is sold. Like I can probably make that easily off just a few of the parts. So keep a lookout for that. And so I'm Chris, and thanks for watching.
What you know about rocking the wolf on your noggin? What you knowin' about wearing a bird box skin? I'm digging, I'm searching right through that luggage. One man's trash, that's another man's. Your granddad, we're donating that rap.